Right, we are back for another season at Cadwell Park for the first event. The weather is about as good as it's going to get for end of March. Should be sunny most of the day. It's quite windy, but you're never going to get perfect conditions in March, so we are looking good. 7 in the class. I think I've got the least power out of anyone, so I ain't expecting to be winning, but we'll just give it everything and see if we can beat my personal best, which is 101.5 from last year. So this is practice. We'll see how we get on and try and build it up through the day. Right, so we're just coming down for practice. So a couple of things to report from last year. But to change the battery, so we've got a heavy battery back in. The lithium one packed in after a few years of use and not being used over winter, and I can't justify the expense at the minute of buying another one at £500–600. So we've got back to a normal battery, but we're back on the AO52. It's the best tyre to be on, so that's a bonus for this year. And we've had a new clutch disc put in after all the gear changing problems towards the back end of last season. Yeah, when we opened the bell housing up, half of the clutch disc was missing. It disintegrated and chewed up, so hence why I was having problems with the gears. So fingers crossed I might be a bit better with the gear shifts until this clutch packs in. Now my 4th clutch in 5 years, I think, so we'll see how long this one lasts. I think the 4th synchro has gone, so I've just got to be really careful putting it into 4th after all the issues last year. Again, that's not really eased up, so I'll probably change into 4th, like short shift, do it a bit sooner, because when you're at really high RPMs you just don't want to go in. Yeah, it could be interesting today. So sunny stroke cloudy for most of the day. Temperature wise I think gets up to about 12, but quite windy. Whereas we say the end of March you'll pray for anything that's not raining, so let's see how we get on. On the line. Right. So if we roll you back, we'll give you the chance to present to the line again, okay? We roll this one back away from the line. We had a red flag. All right. That's fine, and then when we're ready to go we can run you up to the line again. No probs. This is going to be a full lift, so we'll probably be a couple of minutes. Alright, okay doke. Right, so unfortunately James has had an off straight away, so we've had a bit of a delay. Just waiting for the track to be open back up. tyres on. I think there were a track day yesterday. Maybe it's a bit greasy. Well, it's definitely a bit greasy. But yeah, we'll certainly have to work us way into it. We've got grass cutting for a few seconds. Bloody hell. Right, we're coming down for timed run 1. It's been a long day. We're only going to get 2 runs. We're at 12 o'clock already, just starting the first timed runs as it goes sometimes. So 108 in practice, which wasn't too bad to say I were on the grass. So let's try and keep it on the black stuff and put a respectable time in. We've got to try and beat 101.5 from last year. We're only going to get 2 attempts to do it. So the weather's glorious. Let's just hope there's a bit more heat in the track. I did check my tyre pressures because I'd not checked them before practice, and they were at 38 psi, which is too high. So I'm hoping that contributed to the lack of grip. So we've got them now on a much more respectable 32 at the rear, 34 at the front.
Check, yeah, lovely, go for it, mate.
squirrely moments, but certainly tons more grip there. Yeah, I can certainly neaten it up a bit more, but miles better than practice. Probably a lot to do with having the right pressures in the tyres, so I'll check them again, see what they've gone up to, and attack it in the final one after lunch. hesitation after the line as well, after that last corner like there were last year, so that's another bonus. Right, we're coming down for second time run. The weather's distinctively chillier now. Clouds come over and the wind's picked up. So, can we beat the last time? So, first time run, we got a 99.1. So we bet last year's time by 2 seconds. Just goes to show having some fresh rubber on and the right tyre pressures, what it can do. So I think I'm third in class out of 7. I'm not going to get first because there's a BMW that's absolutely miles ahead, but all I'm bothered about is getting the quickest time I can get. We will see if we can beat a 99.1. I think we're going to struggle with the lower temperatures and no sun, but you never know. Yeah, felt good on the last one. New PB. Let's see how this one goes. Definitely getting the hang of it now. I think the start was a bit dodgy, but other than that, pretty much spot on. Definitely clipping a lot more of the apexes than last year, so because I'm learning track that bit more, so yeah, felt good. We'll see what the time is. No hesitation at all as well, whatever that was last year, who knows. Right, we are getting a third run at the end of the day. So good news is that last one was a 97.3. Absolutely blitzed my PB. It did feel really good at the time. I don't know if there's anything else there, but seeing as we've got another run, we pay us money, we may as well have a go. Let's see if we can do any better. But yeah, well happy with a 97.3. These tyres just give the confidence to push right to the max. Yeah, got that. Felt right on the limit. We'll see if it's any quicker than the last one, but couldn't have done much more. Right people, we are back from Cadwell Park. What an amazing Saturday it was. Blitzing my PB from previous. So we've got the brand new AO52s on. We rock up, very little change to the car over the winter, but weather conditions, as said on the video, were as good as you're going to get at the end of March. So we started off in practice, and as you'll have seen, the guy in front of me, James, unfortunately went off at the first corner like Peter did last year. It's a recurring theme, this. So instantly you're thinking there's not much grip there. It is like practice starts at 9, half 9, so the track's very green, the temperatures are very cool, so that puts it in back of your head. Practice is practice, let's not be going too gung-ho. That being said, I was sideways at one of the corners and then further around the lap, off the track completely, which luckily wasn't wet. If it had been wet, I'd have been straight into the barriers and I'd have been joining the retirees. But yeah, when it's dry, you've got a good chance of saving it on the grass. So instantly thought, yeah, bloody hell, we're going to have another one like last year. It's going to be very sketchy. But when I checked the pressures coming back into the pits, my fronts were at 40 and the rears were at 38, which is just way too high, way above what they need to be at. So great for MPG on the open road, but we're not going for MPG on a track, we were going for maximum speed, so no good. So put them back down to realistic levels, and then it instantly felt good on the next run. So we started off on the first run with a 99.1, which bet my best time from previous, and it felt good. Yeah, it felt like we could push on from there. So second run pushed on a bit more and got a 97.3, and then on the final one we didn't look like we were going to get a third run for most of the day, because it was
dragging, but yeah, we managed to squeeze a third run in, which were good, but we were all happy with that. So I thought, let's go full maximum attack on that one, and we managed a 95.1, which was only about half a second behind first in class. The guy that won the class was in a fully track prepped BMW 135i, I think it was, with automatic shifting, fully set up for the track, and he obviously knew his way around the track. Someone said he does a lot of racing, and he probably does, because all his free times were a tenth apart. So anybody that can put 3 hot laps in all a tenth apart obviously knows what they're doing. So to finish just half a second back from that with a quite likely inferior car will do me. Really chuffed with the performance on the day. Some good competition throughout the class as well. The guy behind me were only about half a second behind me as well on each run. So yeah, it felt really good. Back in love with the car. Great day, and looking forward to what times I can post for future events. Now we're at Anglesey next week for a full weekend, so it's going to be interesting to see if I can get some new PBs on that one. And then back at Harewood, that'd be the big test. Harewood the week after. Am I going to be back into the 64s, or is it going to be a nightmare 66 again like last year? But I can't see it, because as long as the tyres are working, the car, it's transformed the car back to how it should be. So yeah, really pleased overall. Onwards and upwards for the 2025 season. Thank you very much.